name's Alex Rodriguez, reminding you,
You don't need a contract. You need a team of pros. So you want to build an ADU? Well, you're going to need some plans, and you're going to need to know what's the best way to design an efficient ADU. So stay tuned, that's what we're talking about today. And I'm also going to share with you a bonus video that's going to cover ADU costs. All right, so don't go anywhere. Check it out. Hey, what's up guys? Alex with Bay Cities Construction here. Today, it's ADU day. So we're gonna talk about some floor plans. We have a shorter presentation today. I'm not gonna take up a ton of time, but we're gonna cover the important stuff. We're gonna talk about floor plans, the efficient use of space, and I'm gonna cover with you the most common sized floor plans for ADUs. So let's get into it, guys. Check it out. So we got some really cool little pictures here to share with you. We got some floor plans. And first of all, for those of you who don't know what an ADU is, it's not don't get it confused with a UFO. An ADU is an auxiliary dwelling unit. Okay, so it's a little house you build in the back or in the front of your existing building. And it's typically between 600 to 900 square feet. If you convert your garage, it's going to be about 400 square feet, roughly. So basically between 400 and 900 square feet depending on your situation. If you're wondering what it looks like, a lot of them look like this, where people choose to keep a garage and build a living space above. So this is a conceptual drawing of a detached ADU. So the types of ADUs, let's talk about the different kinds of ADUs. So there's three main categories. There's a garage that you have in the back or in the front of the house, and that garage is already built. You're converting that garage, so it's a garage conversion ADU. The next ADU is a new addition that you're adding, but you're adding the ADU dwelling, okay? So that's attached, okay? And then the third is an ADU, new construction of the building, but it is detached. All right, so those are the three common ones: converting a garage, adding an attached unit to the existing house, or adding a detached unit. And those are what we see here in the pictures, in the diagrams. So let's talk about some floor plans, because we got to get used to. Got to make sure that we have a nice flow, that it doesn't look weird. This ADU is representative of a detached unit that is about 625 square feet. You can see that it's 25 wide by about 23 by 23. I actually can't read that. 23 by 23. It'll be a version of 23 by 23, 25 by 23, 25 by 30. Something like that. It's a single story deal, and basically you've got your entrance here, you've got your living room, you've got your kitchenette, this is your kitchen right here. All of these units, you want to make sure that you get a laundry in there, okay? That's an important part of the deal. You've got your bathroom, and then you've got your bedroom, obviously. So this is a very common situation here, very common floor plan for a detached new construction. Okay, so let's talk about the next one here. This is a much smaller unit. It's about 400 square feet. This is very typical of what you'll find in a garage conversion. Most garages are about 22 feet, 20 feet by. It's either 20 by 19 or 20 by 20. It's going to give you somewhere between 400 and 500 square feet. So this is an existing garage. A little bit on the smaller side. Most garages are a little bit bigger than 20 feet long. So in this scenario, you're coming in on the side. Most of your entrances are going to come in off the side. Because remember, you want to create some private space. You want to create a private entry if you can, so that it is less intrusive for the folks living there. Everybody gets a little bit of privacy. If you notice on this floor plan, you'll see that there's electrical on here already. There's shows smoke detectors. These other little deals here, these are outlets. So in this scenario, you're walking in kind of to the kitchen. You can, if you had access to the house on this side, obviously, would be good to come in on this side. Just really depends on how you're going to use it. That's something that we will discuss together, and talk about what, how you're going to use it. Is it going to be a rental? Is this going to be a mother and father-in-law's deal? Are you having other family members move in? These are all things that you have to take into account when you're designing your floor plan. So in here, you've got your kitchen, kind of a very small galley kitchen. You've got your bathroom, and then it's just kind of like a big studio type opening, right? You may or may not have a table here. We could actually get a built-in done where you can fold it up. You can also get a bed that folds up. I think it's called a Murphy bed. And so there's options. You can determine how much open space you want, and what is going to be the biggest value for your money, right? So those are some things to think about with this setup here. Here's another one. Sorry, let me go back. I went a little bit too far. This is a little bit smaller ADU, about 350 square feet. Very common. Think about this as a studio, okay? Very common for pool houses. If you're down here in the South Bay and you want to convert a pool house in PV, we've done a couple of pool house conversions. In Redondo, I saw a project where they had a pool house, and this would be ideal for that type of scenario. You can see it's pretty open. The only real wall here is this, the area that leads into the bathroom, into the potty. But the rest of the floor plan's pretty wide open. This scenario's got a big French door, could be a slider. On all of these setups, you'll see that there's a tankless unit. You need to set up you definitely don't want to have water heaters that take up too much space. So you want to have your tankless unit up on the walls there. Hey, do we have any questions or anything? Hey, if you guys have any questions, please post in the comments below. Even if you're watching this after the broadcast, we always answer questions. So it makes a lot more fun experience and a lot more interactive if you post your comments below. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to our channel and like us. That way you'll know when we're going to be broadcasting again. This is another freestanding single-story ADU, much bigger unit. And here, this looks more like a kind of what you would think about a traditional apartment. It's actually got 2 bedrooms, and it's got a big living space where the kitchen and living room are. Still has a bathroom in this setup. And again, this is completely dependent on your size lot and where you are, what city you're in. Some cities are a lot more lenient than others. If you're in Los Angeles, you're going to have a lot more lenient building officials reviewing the plans during plan check in the planning department. So for those of you who don't know, your plans have to go through planning first. That has to get approved in planning, so the design has to get approved in planning, and then it'll go for the second phase plan check in the building department. They'll check all the engineering and all that stuff. So hey, if you want to learn more about costs, please stay tuned. Click on the link below. We're also going to put a link on this page, and that'll take you to our video that I created. That's going to cover not only the cost for construction, but also the development costs, right? Like, what does it cost to get your plans done? Because many of you are probably trying to figure out what it's going to cost you to build this whole thing. Some of you are getting a loan on it. So let's talk a little bit about the ADU that we're working on, and let me kind of walk you through the floor plan and see what you guys think. So this is a 2-story ADU, and they did elect to keep a garage, so it's going to be a 2-car garage. It's going to have a kind of an open floor plan on the bottom with a bathroom, and then it's going to have a set of stairs, goes upstairs. And on the second floor, there's another bedroom. excuse me. On the second floor, there's another bedroom and the kitchen and the living space. So you've got a kind of a balcony set up here. You've got a kitchen. You've got nice big windows. A lot of natural light everywhere. So this is kind of I think it's like a 900 square foot deal. So it's kind of definitely on the bigger side. It's totally freestanding. We knocked down the garage, the existing garage, and we built this whole new building. So as we progress in construction, we're definitely going to be sharing those videos and pictures with you. You guys have any questions on this? I'm curious to see if you guys have any questions. Please post them in the comments below. If you want to learn more about ADUs, we have a few other videos in this series. They'll be on our playlist on YouTube. That's YouTube/Bay City Builds. And obviously, if you want to learn more, you can always call our offices. You want to learn more about me, about our company. We've been in business for over 15 years. And there's my license number and all that stuff. And some of the things that we can help you out with also are the interior design. If you need help picking your flooring and your countertops and your cabinets, you want to lay everything, you need help laying everything out, we can certainly help you with that. We have an amazing new interior designer and a really talented project manager. So we'll be able to provide you with the entire service. We'll help you design it, we'll help you do the floor plan, and obviously we'll build it for you. So, what?
We got a question from one of the viewers.
Oh, cool.
They would like to know if you can build an ADU in any city or is it just Los Angeles?
In California, you can. Some cities are a lot more restrictive than others. Los Angeles is probably the easiest city to build in.
Any other tips for ADU people interested in ADUs?
The biggest tip that I can give you when you're planning this is before you go and get your loan approved, okay? Before you tell the bank how much you need, invest some money in getting the plans done. So what we do is we break it down into two parts. We break it down into, let's get your architectural done and see what kind of building we can build you. So you'll have all of the architectural done, the floor plan, you'll have the outside elevations, and we will talk with the city planning department on your behalf and go over what the parameters are going to be for the size of the building, the location of the building. Once that stuff is finalized, then we'll go and we'll do engineering and all those other things. But if you want to learn more about that process and how much that costs, go ahead and click on the link below and go to that video, because that's going to talk about your development costs. We're going to talk about your construction costs also, and I'm going to help you in that video compare the different types of ADUs that you can get based on some of the floor plans that we saw today. We got another question.
Yeah, another question. They would like to know if do you have to rent out the ADU or can you just build it for family?
The ADU, you can definitely rent out the ADUs. The ADU will have its own address. There's a caveat in Torrance. In Torrance, you have to live in the front house in order to apply for the ADU. You have to sign an affidavit that says, hey, I promise, I swear that I live here and it's, I'm getting this ADU for a family member. In other cities, the requirements are not so strict. But those are things that we'll talk about when we meet here at our offices and discuss your project. Any other questions? All right, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video. I hope that you found it informative. Please don't miss another episode. Like us on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube. Thank you very much for following the show. We also have some giveaways. If you want to contact our office and get some more information on your next remodeling project, you can certainly do so by hitting the number on the screen. If you want to see what people are saying about us, please go to Yelp or Houzz or obviously on Google. If you want to give us a review if you're a past customer and you want to share a little bit of love, I really appreciate any reviews that you guys can post. Look forward to the next episode. We are going to be talking about ADU construction costs. So stay tuned, check it out. Hey guys, Alex with Bay Cities Construction here. I always have an offer. If you give our offices a call, I will do your preliminary ADU architectural plans for $2,200. that's literally $1,500 off. So $2,200 will do all of your architectural, and we'll go to the city and negotiate on your behalf and figure out where we're going to set stuff up, okay? So take advantage of that now. Call Brian at our office and tell him that you saw the video and you want to take advantage of that offer. That offer is nowhere else other than at the end of this video. At the end of every video, I always have some type of giveaway, some type of amazing offer. So take advantage, check it out. Alex with Bay Cities Construction reminding you don't need a contractor, you need a team of pros.
I love Los Angeles. Movie stars, surfing, one of the most diverse cities in America. Some days, it feels like paradise. But any second now, that could all change. Because the big one is coming.
We're better prepared for the big one than any big city in America, which is to say we're woefully unprepared.
An earthquake so large that the Los Angeles you know will be gone.
It's going to be chaos.
Thousands of fires will break out all over the city. The power will go out. Clean water will be scarce.
They don't understand that it's not going to be just one big shake, but it's going to be thousands of shakes for months or years.
There's nothing we can do to stop it, but we can get ready.
My name's Alex Rodriguez reminding you
You don't need a contractor, you need a team of pros.